Hey guys, it's Blue, and today I've been shooting a lot of new content. I'm really excited about it. Before I get started, I want you to check out my new Hillman Grad sweatshirt. I love it. I got it from the Hillman Grad Productions party that I went to the other night. Now, I asked you guys today to send me your frequently asked questions because I get a lot of DMs, I get a lot of private messages. I cannot answer everybody all at once. So this way, I get to answer everything on camera, and these are questions that I get a lot. You guys were very blunt. Some of these I can't answer for reasons. Number one, because they're a little bit too invasive. But for those of you who kept it respectable, here are some of your most frequently asked questions. First one I got, and I've gotten this a couple of times. Blue, would you marry an African man? Sure, I would marry whoever I loved. Next question, how do you feel about colorism in the plus size community? This is actually really weird because up until like a week ago, I hadn't even heard about this really being a thing until one of my friends online, I think her name is Daisy. Yeah, it was Daisy. Hi, Daisy. Daisy asked if people were noticing that a lot of the plus size models all kind of look the same. If you guys know Tabria Majors, she's gorgeous. She's a really pretty girl, but her and like 4 or 5 other girls who kind of look really similar are kind of dominating the scene right now. And to be fair, they are all kind of the same complexion. My answer to that is, how do I feel about it? I think colorism is everywhere, so the plus size community is just one more place it pops up. Next question. Oh, this says, no question, just love, from someone named I am Canella. Hi, Canella. I love you, Blue. Someone's name, year 2055. It says, I love you, Blue. I live alone. How do you overcome depression and anxiety when you're alone? When I feel depressed, I journal. I'm a writer. I love to write. I take naps because people who are depressed sleep a lot. I smoke a little bit of weed. I'm very pro marijuana. I live in California. Next question. Do you speak Haitian Creole? Yes, I do. Very poorly. I went to Haiti with my mother about 5 or 6 years ago. They called me white girl, made fun of me because my Haitian was really broken and really bad. So my Haitian Creole, my French, and my Spanish are all garbage, even though I'm Haitian Cuban. Next question says, this is from I Am Muse. You guys know I love I Am Muse. She's an amazing artist. It says, do you dip your toe in the lady pond? I'm actually surprised that Muse doesn't know the answer to this question because I'm pretty open about this. I'm pansexual, so I dip my toe in all the ponds. If you don't know what pansexual is, please look that up. Next question. Hi, you have a really cool No, I'm not answering that one. Next question says, what are your 5-year goals? 5 years from now would be the year 2025. In 5 years, I want to be married with children and successfully sharing my message with as many people as possible. Next question, what keeps you going and continuing to follow your dreams despite struggles? My mom. My mother just recently retired, and my biggest goal in life is to make enough money to take care of her, myself, and my family. So thinking about them back home in Boston and how much they're depending on me to, like, you know, get us up there keeps me going every day. If it was only about me, if I was only thinking about myself, I'm not sure I'd be as driven, but worrying about my family keeps me up at night. So yeah, my mother is my #1 motivation for everything. Next question, do you think you will be coming to London anytime soon? Absolutely. I love Europe. I used to go to Europe, Western Europe, every other summer. I didn't go last year because I moved to LA. Moving to LA is really expensive and took all my money, but I want to go back to Europe sometime this year. I also want to go to the continent. I've never been to Africa, which is like crazy because I'm so pro-black. So going to Europe is secondary to me finally going to Africa. But yeah, I will be going to London when I do go back. Next question is, can you please check out my fitness post? Sure, I can do that. Question is, why are you such a wildly talented writer? This is from Lauren Not Warren. Lauren Not Warren is one of my most supportive people that I run into on social media. I think we met like once or twice in real life when I used to live back in DC. Lauren, I love you, and I appreciate that you appreciate what I do. Someone says, how did you realize you were a clairsentient? I realized I was a clairsentient because I would say things that I thought were jokes and they ended up being true. And after about 10 years of that happening, I started to realize it wasn't a coincidence, and a friend pushed me to start looking if I had any abilities. And I took a test, and it turned out I kind of did have some abilities. And yeah, I use tarot cards as a way of honing in my skill. But sometimes I'll just be walking past someone and something about them will jump out at me, and I'll have to stop and talk to them. It actually happened last night. at a party. I passed by someone and my spirit told me I needed to send them a message. And we ended up talking for like 15 minutes, and everything that I picked up on actually ended up being true. And we had a really healing conversation, and we even exchanged numbers afterwards. That actually happens to me a lot while I'll stop strangers and share a message with them. It's not something I do for attention or for even money. It's just part of who I am. How do you have so many fantastic and attractive platonic friends? I have no idea. They have good taste. I mean, how do they have me is a better question. What tips can you give to assist you with writing skills? Write every day. I know this sounds like rudimentary, but writers write. So if you want to be a writer, but you don't write very often, or you want to be a painter, but you don't paint very often, or you want to be a dancer, but you don't dance very often, that's part of the problem. So write as often as possible. Write about what you're passionate about. Write about what you know. Write about, oh, our Postmates is here. The production team, we're actually on the lunch break right now and my phone's going off. Write as much as possible because you need to make sure that you have a strong voice so that when you have an opportunity, you already know who you are. I'm gonna do 2 more questions. One, how do you figure out if you wanna date someone? Why are all these questions about dating? Honestly, for me, because I'm pansexual and gender identity doesn't really matter to me, I pick people on purpose and passion. If you have purpose and passion and I feel like you are someone who I could have a really fun, epic life with, I'm probably interested in you or probably open to pursuing things. And last question, where does your confidence come from? This question was actually asked 17 times. It was the most frequently asked question that I've ever gotten is, where does your confidence come from? Number one, you guys ask that question as if I don't have the right to be confident. I'm smart and I'm cute. Why wouldn't I be confident? But we'll unpack that later. For this question in particular, I'm actually not gonna answer it because I did a whole other video about my bizarre body positivity journey. And that video actually explains how I got this confidence and why it's so unshakable. So be looking out for that in the future. I think these are the only questions I'm gonna answer because our food is here. Right, Chin? Shinadu was filming this. Our food is here, so I can't answer any more questions. But I'm gonna do this again. This was just a test to see what it's like to do this conversation via video. I love that you guys have been so supportive. I love that you guys have reached out to me and asked me so many really interesting questions. Some of these questions that you've been asking me, I haven't answered them here because they've informed the content that I plan on coming up with in the future. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the love. Please check out Hillman Grad Productions. This is Lena Waithe production company. They're gonna have new merchandise like this. It's really, really cute. If you love Black culture and Black film and you love a different world and all those things, this is a perfect way for you to represent. And yeah, I'm about to go get my Postmates for me and the team so that we can go shoot some more content. Bye guys.